How's it going, everyone? Silver Shareholder here. I'm going to talk a little bit about the price of gold and silver. When I first started buying silver, it was priced a little bit lower than what it is right now. And I actually became interested due to some of the YouTube videos and personalities that were promoting silver, and that silver was just going to rise and rise and continue to go up. And I found some of what they had to say pretty interesting. Some of it made sense to me, and I bought, and silver did go up, and it continued to go up all the way to right around $50 an ounce. It has since come back down, and one thing that really stands out that I had heard is that the markets can remain irrational longer than you can remain solvent. So some of these arguments people make for silver and gold are valid arguments. Some of these things, when they talk about, fiat dollars and, printing, and some of that makes sense to me. But the problem is there's really no time frame on it. So we have no idea, how long things could go on. And I actually hope they continue on. So the lower the price, the more stability and everything, the better for all of us, I think. But it's interesting because some of that stuff that they use to promote the metals does make sense, but that doesn't mean that these price predictions are going to pan out in our time or at all. They may go on for who knows how long, or if there is some sort of a transition or reset or something, there's a very likely chance that it wouldn't be into the metals. It may reset into another currency or some kind of other system. So it may bypass the metals altogether. But some of those arguments do make a lot of sense. The trouble is that the markets don't always make sense. So it's not a cut and dry kind of conclusion. And when I first got into it, it seemed very black and white to me and very, clear cut. And that's not always the case. So just something to consider. And I hear when people are talking about those kind of things, a lot of references made to the cost of mining, the all-in mining cost, and et cetera, et cetera. The prices can't go any lower because it's at the cost to mine. And I was watching this Gold Rush show, and I think Todd Hoffman's spending like 50,000 an ounce to mine or something. I don't know what he's spending per ounce. I'd love to know his cost per ounce, but I think Todd Hoffman all in is like 50,000 an ounce or something. So I don't know what he's doing with all that equipment, but that's kind of besides the point. But my point is especially with gold, the price of the metal really has nothing to do with the mining cost. And I know some of you probably having a reaction to that and wondering what I'm talking about, but gold is basically a financial instrument. It's a monetary metal, and it's really not consumed. Most of what's been mined is still available, and it's just traded back and forth. And so the cost for someone to mine an ounce of gold is pretty much irrelevant when it comes to the spot price of metals or what you can buy physical for. I also hear a lot of reference to paper silver and paper gold and manipulation and all this, and there's probably a lot of that, stuff going on. People are trading paper. They're trading paper because it's more convenient. So if you're just looking to trade and swap, then that's convenient, and I guess that's how they set the price to some degree. But the bottom line is silver, nothing else is, and the price of an ounce of silver is the price of a physical ounce of silver. Now, you may pay some sort of a premium for the minting and the shipping and whatnot, but nothing else substitutes for silver. So whatever the price of silver is the price of silver, and there's no way they can manipulate that. No amount of paper contracts can substitute for silver in a real application. So if you need colloidal silver, or you need some kind of solder for some electronics or something, or you need silver for your solar panels or whatever, there is no amount of paper contracts that can fulfill that need. So if the demand for physical silver would outpace the price, or outpace supply, then the price would have to go up. And it could go up infinitely, but apparently there's not that much demand. So just something interesting to consider. But when it comes to gold, gold is just traded back and forth, and the cost of mining doesn't have much to do with the price. And silver, it may somewhat, because a lot of silver is consumed. They rely on year-to-year production to meet demand, but there's also a lot of above ground supply that will come out, at various prices. And just interesting. So when they cite the mining cost and everything as being the floor to the price of the metals, I don't necessarily agree with that. And I think people put too much stock in some of these predictions and points that people make and hold to be true. So just something to consider. But I'm enjoying the low prices, picking up some metals at good prices. And I got this package in. This one's kind of interesting because they've been using a holiday Christmas box. And this one I think is that box, but they put it together inside out. So I don't know, that seems kind of strange to me. But went ahead and picked this up and kind of excited about it. So go ahead and open that up and share it with everyone. So that's the box that they've been using. So I don't know why mine got put together inside out, but it did. And I don't really care too much one way or the other what the price does, really. If it goes up, I guess that's good, but I'll just assume it stays low or goes lower, because that's more metals that I can get for my money. So if the price was higher, I wouldn't be able to get as much as I'm getting for the same price. So here's this, and it's gonna be the 20 franc and 10 golden, 10 gulden. So and I'll get you a better picture of these here in a second. I don't know what I'm doing that's not. There we go. Nice coins, and the price is just amazing to be getting them at such a low price. So they would have been, double the price a couple of years ago. So it's gone from right around 2,000 to down to almost 1,000 an ounce. And another thing is jewelry. So when people talk about, supply, demand, and mining output and all that, they don't always take into consideration all the above ground jewelry. And also, I think as stackers that we don't necessarily take jewelry into consideration. And when you look at India, that's how they predominantly invest in bullion, is jewelry. So they're buying a lot of gold jewelry. And I know Mike Maloney tried to put out some, bullion jewelry, and I think that that's a good move. And I don't know about his in particular, the pricing or quality or whatever. I'm sure it's, but seems like something good to consider. And I know that's also where people can really make some profits, is buying jewelry at scrap and then reselling it as, jewelry items. And for artists too, for any kind of, manufacturer that can take, metals and then transform them into jewelry, artistic pieces, and sell them with a big premium as jewelry. Really a lot of upside there, but I think as investors, we should also be considering jewelry. And just another thing to think about in the worldwide picture, a lot of the demand for metals is jewelry demand. So as the price goes down, we should all be taking advantage of that and looking at various ways to take advantage of it. Thanks for watching. I'll get back with another video soon.
Silver and gold, Everyone wishes for silver and gold.